Hi everyone, welcome to my second video. So this is going to be my second trading day on my TopStep challenge. I switched from trading NAS 100 to gold just because coming from Forex I felt it gave me a little bit more familiarity in the market. So I had decided to give gold a shot. So here I had marked out my zones on the 1 hour, and then I had also marked some zones out on the 15 and 5 minute. So I did enter in before I had started recording my trade, but I'll go ahead and start playing the recording so we can kind of get a better idea of what was going on. So I did see these gaps in the market that I highlighted in yellow, and I was anticipating the market to reach those zones and then head back to the downside. I did put in two scenarios of if it reached that zone and headed up, or if it was going to continue down. So I did put in a sell limit, and then it did get hit right over here. So we got triggered into the trade, and then I had started to record. So this again was a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. I saw that it did exit out of this little range here, and I had entered right after it had exited. I entered here and then made my stop loss above this little range. Well, kind of within this gap here. Because I thought, okay, if it definitely goes out of this gap, then it's going to be going up to the outside, or my analysis was wrong. So here we are starting off in some profit. I did see this big wick down here previously in the market that happened at around 3:30 a.m. So I didn't see anything that got filled over there, so I anticipated that it would at least head to the downside to reach some of that, to fill some of that area there. So this is around 5:30 a.m. in HST. We did break through this previous zone that I drew out. I didn't label it this time, but this was, sorry, I can't be sure, but it was either a higher high or a higher low. So market is pushing down quite a bit. Pushed past that last key zone here that I marked off. So ideally, I would want to see the next candle close below this zone here that I marked off to give me even further confirmation that the market is still heading to the downside. We continue to push down, which is a good sign. If we look to the left, there was some smaller candles here and some wicks, so there was some indecision happening previously, and now we can see it's a good sign that we're breaking past this little zone here. So we're just about halfway there of our take profit. Going down into the 1 minute, I can see that I was just looking to move my stop loss, I think, lower so that we can keep some of those profits since we're halfway there. So one thing that I forgot while I was in the market that I have noted before, but it slipped my mind while I was in this trade, was that I did go down to the 1 minute to take a look at what was happening, but I should have stayed back on the 5 minute to keep my stop loss and TPs. I shouldn't have moved my stop loss so low because I wasn't giving it enough space to breathe, even though it looked like it was going to keep heading to the downside. I have to remember next time I should only base my stop loss and TPs off of the 5 minute, because the 1 minute can give me some misdirections. So I did move my stop loss right around this candle here that showed me some indecision, because I did not want to lose out on the profits that I had already gained, being that the trade was halfway to my take profit. So here, moving down my stop loss again, closely following the price so I don't lose out on too much. Very close to this, very close to take profit.
Ready?
And this candle gave me the confirmation that it was going to go back up. So I already knew that I was going to get stopped out. But for the future trades, when I had looked back on the market, if I had just kept my stop loss where it was without following price, the market did come back up to my entry point and then went back down to reach my take profit. So I would have reached it if I didn't move my stop loss so close on the 1 minute and just stuck with the 5 minute for marking off my take profits and stop losses. But in that trade we did $285. So for the future, we will notate that we have to remember to give the market enough space to breathe and retrace back up, because there was a lot of bearish candles that had happened. And stick to the 5 minute. So that was the 2 trades that we did for this week, the week of January 24 and 25. This one is for January 25. And we will continue to analyze our next trades for this upcoming week.